This is an explanation of the anglerfish and how he detects the user and what he goes through in his patrol and how the roaming is set up. So what we have here is we have an angler. I'll go ahead and stop this. We have an angler container, which is the fish, and in here we have a roaming controller. Now the roaming controller can be set to loop, and if it's not set to loop, then what it will do is go from its first marker all the way through the track and then come back, and so he just reverses the order. So if you have loop ticked, then it'll come down when it hits the last marker. It'll then go back to the first marker and it will loop. Okay, so with that, the angler is able to do a patrol, come back and forth. Now the way he detects and whether or not you're in his area and whether or not he can attack, the first part of that is whether or not you're inside of his detection radius. And right now I've set that to 5, which is somewhere around this far out, all the way around him. So if you come within that detection radius, then he looks to see if he can see you line of sight. If he can see you line of sight and you're that close, then he'll go to the next step of check, and which is to see if you're in his viewable cone area. So we call that attack angle, and right now it's set to 45. So if you can imagine coming straight out on the z-axis here, you go at a 45-degree angle this way up and 45-degree angle down, and that essentially creates a 90-degree angle when it's put together, and that's his attack cone. So if you're within the radius and he can actually see you line of sight and you fall within his cone, his viewable cone, then he'll attack and kill you. Okay, let's go ahead and take a look at runtime here. So hit start, and as you can see, he goes to his first marker, and then as soon as he gets there, he'll reverse, and that's what he'll continue to do. So I'll take now the player, and as I go behind him here, now I'm within his cone or that radius, and now I'm outside of that radius. But as I come into it, the first thing he checks for is whether or not he can see me. Okay, so right now he can't see me, but if I come within a certain range, there he goes. He was trying to see if he could see me line of sight, which he can't. Then now I'm behind him. So he can see me, so I'm within that area. He can actually see me line of sight, but I don't fall within that attack cone. So I'll come back over here, and as he now goes to do his other part of his patrol, now I'm behind him. Now if I go in front of him, and right now he can't actually see me, but now I'm in that cone, and now he'll chase after me. And so as soon as I'm out of that, or he collides with something else, he'll return back to his patrol and go on about his business. And so right now he knows that I'm in his area, and that's why you see those light blue lines. He actually is just checking to see if he can see me line of sight. So again, I'll come back around to his cone, and he can see me, and now he'll attack. And so as long as he can keep me in that cone, he'll continue to attack until he gets me and kills me. So that is how the enemies work, and that's how he detects whether or not he can see me and then actually go after me. And that's it.